Oh, well, hello friends, Josevich here. Welcome back to some Hearthstone. As we continue our Ramp Druid, I don't know if we'll call it play testing, but we're definitely having a little bit of fun playing with this deck, that's for sure. It looks like we've queued into some sort of control, maybe some sort of Jade, most likely Spirit Echo style of Shaman, which, to be honest with you, isn't the end of the world for us, I don't think. Do I want to attack in here? I'm going to say no. We'll hang on to our 5 health if we can. Just for one more turn. I'm expecting to get hit with some sort of Spirit Echo at some point in the game here. And probably a whole bunch of 5/5s. And maybe we'll see some Jades get ramped up. But hopefully we're able to get to our big juicy minions before the Jades build up too much. That's just what I'm expecting. It could be a pure control Shaman, but could be running the double volcanoes, things like that. But again, the health of our minions will very quickly overwhelm a single volcano. Oh, that's an interesting card. And this is an interesting trade. So, we have some options here, that's for sure. I kind of think I like Wild Growth, Wrath, Hero Power. It gets us up to 8, which is nice. So we can play most of our minions. And if not, then at the very least we'll get our Yashiraj out sooner than later. The only issue is I think we will go ahead and take our draw here and a little bit of face damage. And that's looking like an excellent top deck. We'll get rid of the totem right off the top, and we're going to hang on to both of our swipes because we do expect our opponent to kind of be able to go wide here. We've seen a Stonehill Defender and a Flame Tongue. Maybe they honestly are just playing the double Bloodlust token Shaman, and if they are, that's okay because we have a whole bunch of taunts that are going to set up pretty nicely to annoy these aggressive decks that are trying to do things. That's probably an Aya. So, there are things that are a girl's best friend here. I think our best bet. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this trade properly here. So we're going to kill Aya because I'm absolutely terrified of losing to Spirit Echo. Just to be perfectly clear. Because if Aya gets hit with a Spirit Echo, you basically lose. Just because it's so much rampage. And while we do have one silence in the deck of Ironbeak Owl, it's nowhere to be found. And this is definitely the best play. So even if our opponent plays Jades now, it's not too much to worry about. So this coming turn, it looks like we'll be able to throw out another big minion. And then use hero power, basically. And then on turn 10, we're just going to throw out Yashiraj and start eating removal from our opponent if we don't start eating it right now. And if the Dark Arakoa doesn't also just take some removal from our opponent. We'll hang on to the Moonglade. Just because right now, there's no point in... I think we've been burned a few times by using Moonglade proactively. When this definitely is, we should be looking at this as a poorly costed heal that just happens to give us a minion. I think when we decided I was going to play, we decided, I don't know who else I was consulting with. When I decided I was going to play this deck, I thought like, oh, this is going to be summoning a great 6 costed minion. When in reality, it's not really the case. These are still highly costed minions. Oh, hello. Whoa. And you know what? Giant Anaconda is actually one minion that, do we just do 11 to face? Like 11 to face is so much, but 17's not that low. I just don't want our opponent to draw anymore. And like if we get something huge like, Ysera. I was going to say, if we get Yashiraj, that's awesome. But no, we got a Barnes, kind of small, kind of weak to AoE right now too, to be honest. Devolves again. Okay, and I was trying to say Giant Anaconda can actually be put in this deck. That Jade is whatever. Ooh, 4/7. Look at that. That's a great 3-mana card, right? 4/7. That's pretty powerful. How close to lethal are we? Are we close to lethal? We have to be close, right? This is 8 damage. This is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 18, 19, 20, 21. We can set our opponent at 1. That's a pretty good amount. I think that's what we're going to do, right? Do we have any other direct damage afterwards is the question. Like, do we want to do a half measure and swipe the Jade? 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 9 is 21. Like, we have no direct damage. That's my only fear, is that, and then if the shaman switches to completely controlling, I think I want to do a half measure. As much as I think maybe, you know, the other way is the winning. Let's see, how much is this? This is 9. So I think also if we kind of go wide here, it's more likely, maybe we should have just had an extra whole bunch to face. I don't know. At that situation, I'm kind of torn, like, how much do I want to be going all in? But this deck really has no major, like, in the double devolve. Oh, might not be enough here unless there's also AoEs. Oh, wow. Remember when I said there wasn't going to be enough? Oh, hey, that's pretty funny. They had a thing from below and got a thing from below. Oh, that's definitely not enough. Oh, okay, so it's lethal anyways right now. So yeah, they can attack into the 2, but they're still taking the damage. We have the swipe to punch through. Yeah, that's negligible. That's okay. So that was, it looked like it looked like it wasn't going to matter either way. And it ended up not mattering either way. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, that's kind of good. We were able to hit our ramp here. Like, we've been playing bigger minions, so our opponent was forced to use those devolves. But devolve's kind of weak against this deck, right? Because they're just highly costed minions as well as highly statted. Whereas some decks, like the Murlocs, tend to cheat out the minions that have high stats. We're actually playing highly costed minions as well. Okay, so we have found ourselves a mage, which in principle, we should do well against. There's also an issue now that we don't have anything to do, but we have a lot of potential top decks. I'm tempted to just remove a minion here. Let's get rid of the scarier one. And then next turn we'll be able to nourish probably for cards. If we'd been able to have found a ramp this turn as well, to go, like, if we'd innervated out a ramp, we could have gone for, yeah, who knows. It would have been interesting. Let's just say it would have been an interesting game if we'd seen one more. If we'd seen like a Mire Keeper or something as well in our opening hand here. Oh. Let's not fall behind. Now let's go with another empty mana crystal. We can get way ahead of our opponent right now. Not that we necessarily have things to do, but it's just good to know that basically all of our top decks can get played this coming turn. Oh. Okay. That's actually a pretty good result for us, I think. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess we're gonna draw first, then we'll Barnes. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. We'll see, and then this lets us know what we can potentially be doing this turn. Oh, do we even want to innervate? Yeah, I am gonna innervate because we could get the other rag. And then we have a great turn 8 play anyways. So I'm not really worried about what's going on next turn. Like, we don't need more rampage. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Because it's just annoying. Not necessarily that Aya is really strong. We're definitely not playing a Jade deck. Although I wonder if our opponent thinks we are. Have we done anything? Like, what have we done? All we've done is ramp so far. Maybe our opponent does think we are Jades. So maybe they're just getting really salty right now. And you know what? It's actually probably good we held back the Mire Keeper right now. Simply because if this is mirror entities, I don't think we can afford to give our opponent a 4-8 right now. So we'll just go ahead. How is 9 versus 10? Like, what would I play at 10 mana? Like, I guess I would play Asheraj, but I think right now I kind of want the board. So we'll do this. And it wasn't... do we want to ramp? No, that becomes draw. And we tested for Ice Barrier as well, and Mirror Entity. So we're expecting a counter spell type of thing to happen. So we want to basically be building up a nice big... Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, okay. Firelands, that's fine. We can hopefully do... Oh, no! That is awful news for us. But that's okay. Oh, wait. Let's do this properly, though. Thank you very much. And then we'll let our opponent go. Whenever this attacks and kills a minion, gains stealth. So it's probably going to be some sort of removal, then an attack. Which is pretty powerful, to be fair. Whoa, that's a big meteor. That's a really big meteor. Okay. I guess we just take the armor. Or do we want to gain the health? Hold on, how do we want to do it? No, I think we want to go a little bit wide now, right? Yeah, we want to refresh. So the thing is, we can't go Moonglade first, so we'll let this get counterspelled. So I'm guessing now Ice Block. Fair enough, right? That's a decent enough guess. And I still think we do it this way. Maybe this could be something awesome. Not really awesome. And then do we want to gain some armor now, or do we want to do 1 damage? I guess we'll test for, yeah, this is fine now as well. So that's something. And hey, our Aya's a little bit bigger. Our Aya's a little bit more scary. And our opponent can't just easily throw down an Alex now, which is nice. And as long as our opponent doesn't throw out another secret, we can maybe throw out an Aya right now as well in our coming turn, which would be nice. Shadow or Death, that's pretty juicy. Frostbolt, that's 1 piece of removal that we're not having to deal with. That's a little bit of face damage, there's no doubt about it. Oh, we definitely throw out the more powerful of the minions right now. Our opponents had to already play what's that spell called? Meteor. So we're hoping we're a little bit protected right now from like an ultimate removal, although obviously Mage will still have potentially polymorph and things like that. I'm definitely hoping that, oh wow, just gonna go for that Alex. And that's totally fine. That's a very reasonable. We only have 15 on board. So I think we just take the trades here. What are we gonna do? I think we're gonna go this way. We'll armor a little more. I mean, we're looking for our Moonglade and we're looking for our Earthen Scales right now. Both of those things are excellent. Primordial Drake is pretty nice as well. Obviously, if we get hit with some sort of freeze, we're in bad shape, but I think this deck basically commits to the board usually. Oh, Pyroblast, that's terrifying. So if we can find Moonglade Portal, Earthen Scales, things like that, they're all very good for us. I guess we're going to play Curator simply to thin out our deck. And we're going to do this as well, even though, I mean, we can just die next turn, right? 9, 5. We pop at 1. So, I mean, there's lots of spells. Actually, our opponent still has lots of spells, so there's a good chance that we're still dead anyways. But if we'd found an Earthen Scales or a Moonglade Portal, we obviously would have been in great shape. And our deck was super thinned out here, so it was reasonable to expect that we might have found something that would have saved us, but I'm not expecting our opponent to have double Pyroblast. There's definitely still a chance they have Fireball Frostbolt, though. That's very reasonable to expect. Yeah, that's one of those things that that's the sort of play that makes laddering kind of challenging, because sometimes you just get hit with those Primordial Glyphed Pyroblasts, and really, what are you going to do about that, right? You're going to sit at rank 12 for a week of the ladder, which is fine. Okay, one more, though. Okay, so from one aggressive shaman to the next, this one seems like he or she may have a slightly better start than we got last time, which could be a really big problem for us, because as we look at our hand, until we get to turn 6, we're not really doing too much, which is a very bad thing. That's also a potentially very bad thing for us, seeing a Stonehill Defender nice and early, especially getting coined out. Maybe that means there's another one. So there's just going to be a whole bunch of value. We really need some favorable top decking skills here. Which, I mean, you know, we didn't get there. That's okay. That's okay. We're missing our ramps. We're missing our... I mean, we have 6 cards that we mulligan everything for. Unless we get our 6 ramps or wraths. Or Tar Creeper. So that's actually 8 cards that we mulligan everything for. That should actually statistically be okay, right? I think I want to get rid of this totem. Because this removes 4 damage. Whereas this would have just removed 3. And then the totem can collapse and do all sorts of horrible things. When I finally do start to play minions, as I will, eventually, I swear, at one of these turns this game, we will play minions. They're just going to be a hero power, I assume. Evolve, really? Oh, neither. Okay. I'm going to hang on to that armor. Because there's no point in attacking right now. Because we're going to go 6, 7, 8. If we even get to turn 8. There's a good chance we don't, actually. At this point, there's a very good chance that we don't. Which is unfortunate because... yeah, we have basically not been able to do anything this entire game. It's kind of sad. Woof! Look at those jades. There we go. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Barnes, you would have been great a couple turns ago. Yeah, it's going to be too late now. There's just going to be so much. Even just a nice Hex does us in. A Devolve will probably give our opponent a win. A Bloodlust is almost guaranteed a win. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Abomination. That's going to demand at least a second resource. That's really good for us. Yeah. Another taunt. That's okay. Now, actually, if we top deck an Innervate, I guess we're going to Primordial Drake and clear the board, but we're still going to be so low. Oh, wow. Opponent's going for trades. Very interesting. Very interesting. I guess we Curator now, unless we get something... Are we going to put our faith in this, or are we going to put our faith in the Curator? Because we would have gotten Hex last turn. Like, a Hex last turn is way better. 3, 6, plus 2. We're still not... no, it is. It's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we're still super dead. But we're dead either way. So, I mean, we have to hope our opponent doesn't have a... oh, well, yeah. If we end up living, then we're in business. But I don't think it's happening. Because probably these are Bloodlusts. Probably. And that means we're dead for sure. Is that dead? Is that lethal? Ooh, sleep with the fishies. Maybe not dead. Wow. Somehow not dead? Even though there still could be a lot of burn in this deck, right? Like, a lot of people will tech in lightning bolts and things like that. Evolves. Oh, wow. Really hoping that we don't have anything here, eh? I think we just do this. And now the question is, honestly, are we going to Innervate out an Earthen Scales? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say we should live a little. Like, if our opponent does flood again... oh, wow, that's an awful card for our opponent. Ooh, that's bad for us, though. That's actually really bad for us. But we'll silence that. That I would silence right now. This we're just going to... hold on. Let's think for a second. No, I think that's the play we want to do. I think we just want to silence here. We'll heal. And then, hey, that's a very reasonable. Put a 10-cost minion from your deck into your hand. Do we have any? What else do we have? We have other Deathwing. We have other Deathwing, right? So our hand is just going to get super full right now, which is okay. Uh-oh, that's scary. Oh, that's not scary at all. Oh, there, look at that. We were able to stabilize against an aggressive deck. That's kind of the idea. That was the idea behind this deck, to be honest with you. Oh, hello. Dark Arakoa. The question is now, how do we want to do this? And I guess, I guess we'll Arakoa, Earthen Scales. I honestly want to Earthen Scales this, just the Primordial Drake, so we can punch through here and still have a bit of a taunt and then build another taunt. Although, wait, hold on. Maybe it is just going to be better to play the new Primordial Drake. And if that's the case, how do we do that? 2, we go here, and we attack this one in, and then everything clears except for that, right? That's fine. And then I don't really need to be drawing more cards. This clears the board. And then we do it this way. That was a much better turn. We eliminate all of our opponent's resources, and we still have the ability to build a massive minions, which we won't need anymore. Because the only reason, our opponents played both of their devolves. One of them almost gave us the game. I think if our opponent had gone face there, they would have won. Like, I really think that it would have just been, yeah, honestly, I think we just do it. I think we just do this. And we'll just win this way. Now, we can't get bursted out anymore. We have a ridiculous board. Even more ridiculous board. Look at this. This is not a non-intimidating board to deal with. I feel like this deck should be more consistent than I've kind of been experiencing it. So maybe I kind of want to keep pushing. As much as I do get a little upset sometimes when we get steamrolled, I think I'm going to try it out a little bit more just to see if we can find some consistency. But that is going to be it for this video, everyone. A couple cool Evolve Shaman games just to kind of show that's considered, you know, that Token Shaman is considered one of the strongest decks in the meta right now. We're able to take care of ourselves against it, which is nice. And sometimes mages do discover ridiculous amounts of bursts, so that's kind of why we lost that one. At least in part, for sure. If you haven't already, everyone, feel free to hit that subscribe button right where the Dread Corsair should be. I do upload my videos every day. Thanks for hanging out. Keep your stick on the ice.